Start by finding your natural alignment. Just notice how your body feels and make those little micro adjustments so that you feel sturdy yet relaxed. Feel your breath taking care of you. Feel that spacious breath. And then begin to dial up that little core contraction, dialing up that support from the bottom of the pelvis and around, and feel this as support. Check in with your alignment, check in with your breathing, and just notice if you still feel that sense of being present with kindness, and then just trusting your center, this space in your body, this center, to support you as you're standing. Just notice how that feels. So today we're going to do this while we're ambulating. Before we do, I want you to get the sense of holding this as you're moving. Think about your joints as hinges. Your hips and your shoulders are your strongest hinges when you are in your alignment and your core support. So as you're holding that, hinge your arm. Just move your arm around and practice what that feels like to hold that, relax, let your body just take care of you, and then let your shoulder move. And try it on the other side. Just notice how that feels. You're supported here. Your breath is still taking care of you. You're trusting your body, and you're just hinging. So today we're going to do that while you're ambulating. If you walk for ambulation, we'll walk and ambulate while walking. If you use a wheelchair or a cane or a walker, same principles apply of alignment, feeling your breath to just simply be present with kindness, dial up that strength in your center, trusting your center for your center of support, and then hinging through your hips and your shoulders. So we'll try it while you're ambulating for walking. Practice this slowly, and then you can start building up the pace so that while you're walking or just moving around throughout your day, you can do this with more ease. So you're just standing, feel your support here. That support allows your hips to be strong. So as one leg goes forward, you're hinging at your hip, and just practice this hinging at the hips while you are supporting just a very gentle amount. When you're walking, you don't need a lot of core support, but just practice that today. Hinging, and then as you're walking, your arms also swing and you're hinging through your shoulders. This might feel a little funny to do it very slowly because you've been walking for a while or ambulating the way you ambulate all the time. But this simple act allows you to rest while you're moving. That saves energy for other things that you want to do. So practice this. Engage your core, nice, easy support, check with your breath and your alignment, and slowly walking or ambulating however you ambulate. If it's in a wheelchair, you're hinging with your arms. If you're using a cane, you're also hinging and having that support, a little bit more strength through your shoulder to do that, or a walker. And then as you go through your day today, as you're ambulating, start by stopping, pausing, being present with kindness. Dial up a little strength, 5 or 10%, very little bit. Just feel what that feels like. And then as you're walking, practice resting and being present with kindness as you're ambulating around throughout your day. It'll allow you to be more present in your body as you move through your day, and trust it as you're moving throughout the day. Lasting motivation and energy come from two internal sources. Lasting motivation comes from intrinsic motivation, when what you're doing is directly connected to your positive passion, what you love and gives you positive energy in your life right now. This information is known in the bundle of nerve endings at the center of your chest that scientists call your heart brain. Lasting energy is called stamina. It comes from the ability of your body to use fuel for your cells aerobically. The equipment for this is strengthened by doing regular cardiovascular exercise. These are activities like walking, cycling, dancing, where you're moving continuously at a moderate intensity. The typical formula for marketing, as well as for sharing health information, is to tell you the problem and all the risks of doing something or not doing it for your health. This works because it captures the bad news bias brain attention. Relying on fear and guilt and anger to fuel motivation ensures that you stay in a stress state, taking you away from being healthy. That common approach causes us to rely on external motivators to stay motivated. That is when your motivation comes from things like lowering your weight or reaching a step goal or lowering blood pressure or finishing a fitness challenge or training for a 5K. Using external motivators distract from how you feel now. And as you know, how you feel now is what creates a habit. Pushing to get to a goal to improve health measures without feeling better now means habits won't last. Hiring a personal trainer or joining a program to keep you accountable can also get you motivated, but it can also deteriorate your self-motivation because you start believing you can't be trusted to keep yourself motivated without that support. Cardio has become a type of exercise that has come to mean pushing to exhaustion with high intensity or long duration training. It leads to the belief that if you're not pushing to the limit, it's not worth your time. Plus, the discomfort of pushing to the limit means your body is telling your brain not to repeat this thing you call cardio. The solution is to ensure that your energy for your body and your motivation is sourced in a lasting way. In week 4, you will get more information and skills about doing cardiovascular exercise for whole person stamina. You will practice doing cardio in a way that is sustainable, both for your body and for your motivation. Today, let's uncover the source, the core for your lasting motivation for anything you do for your health and well-being. I call it your core why. We bring it down to one word so it's simple to recall. When you start thinking you need someone else to keep you motivated, or you're fueling your motivation in the stress state by using guilt or fear or anger. Your core why restores your positive, passion-driven motive for being healthy right now, so your motivation keeps you in the well state. You find it with 4 powerful questions. We will go through them here, but an even more powerful way to find your core why is in a coaching conversation. Schedule a free core why call with me to do this together. So have your core why worksheet ready and simply brainstorm your answers. The first question is, what am I wanting most for my health and well-being right now? Just brainstorm what comes to mind. Next, ask yourself, what would that make possible for me so that I can finish that sentence? To clarify these real results further, you can list 3 physical activities you need and you want to be able to do for your health and well-being right now. For example, it might be getting up and down off the floor so you can play with your kids or grandkids more easily, or being able to walk long distances so you can sightsee, or being able to climb stairs in your home without pain. Third, ask yourself, what would that make possible for those you care about so that they can? Think about how it would be for the people you care about for you to have those skills and abilities. And the fourth question is, what would that make possible for the world so that there is more ... This can seem like a big question. Simplify it by simply imagining the world in 10 to 20 years with more of what you would like to see in it. What would that be? More peace, more joy, more kindness, more care. Simply brainstorm. Now you're ready to find your core why. Choose one word that represents what you want most right now for yourself and for the world. Often they match up. Your worksheet gives you a list of suggested words that may be helpful to get you started. Add any words to that list that come to mind. The word itself doesn't matter that much as how it makes you feel. You want a word that connects with your passion center, your heart brain. That is how your core why will be there to bring you back to what you want right now. Instead of motivating to chase some future goals, we want it to spark that present moment feeling of motivation. So go through the list and underline the words that jump out at you first, and then go back and circle the one that makes your heart say, yes, that is what I really want more of right now. It could be more connection with other people, or creativity, or freedom, or joy, or just fun. What word brings you back to what you want most for your health and well-being right now? Once you circle a word, try out this word as you go through your week to see if it gives you that spark of energy and motivation. If it doesn't, it will probably lead you to another word that is deeper and a little more energizing. Give yourself time and trust your gut to express this inner passion and source of motivation that only you know inside. So give it time to get to that word that is most motivating to you. You'll know when you find it. And you're going to use that word as we go through the whole program. So it might just reveal itself as you go through the other steps of exercising well. Keep in mind, your core why will change as your life changes. When it's no longer energizing, go back and brainstorm these questions again. Today, embody passion. Keep your core why in mind as you practice ambulating in daily life with the steps we practiced today. Before moving, shift into your natural alignment so you feel that sense of presence embodied. Feel your spacious breath, remembering that this is an act of kindness, and then activate your core support, connecting with your core why. Notice the natural flow of energy as you move, fueled by your whole person as it's designed to thrive. Jot down in your Thrive tracking anything you notice from what you did and how you felt. The past two skills that we just embodied make up the second step of the Be Well Now method, where you trust your center and you use your passions to fuel your inner motivation.